Oh my goodness, guys. Minecraft 1.17 has been revealed, and it is the, drumroll please, Cave and Cliffs update. Guys, I am so excited about this. I know so many people in the community wanted this, and I share the same views. Caves have been needing a revamp for a long time. There was a lot shared at Minecraft Live, so I'm here to break it down for you guys. Here is everything we know so far about Minecraft 1.17, Caves, and Cliffs. Before we get started, Mojang said that they have taken a good amount of time to develop the update. This is something I really appreciate about Minecraft and Mojang. They really care about the community and listening to what we want. I want to say a big thank you to Mojang and all the devs. This update is planned to be released for summer of 2021. Again, Mojang wants to gather feedback from the community, so they want to have time to be able to do that. And in this update, Mojang wanted to make sure the new caves have something for everyone and cater to different play styles, new players and experienced players. So, without further ado, let's get to the update. As Mojang said in the live, there are 3 main pillars of 1.17. Apart from these 3 main pillars, there's also a new mob to discuss, so we'll definitely touch that on the end. The first pillar is the mountain biome update. Mojang is delivering on the promise they made at MineCon last year. In this update, there is a brand new goat mob, mischievous and adorable. They can jump high and watch out since they can knock you over. Also in this update is a new block called Powder Snow. Careful though, it is a trap. This has great implications for parkour or adventure map makers. The other nice feature in the mountain biome update is height dependent generation and tree lines, which makes mountain generation more advanced and, well, pretty. The second pillar is that they wanted to add strategy to mining. Of course, there are already player-created strategies like ship mining, TNT, and more, but Mojang wanted to take strategy in caves to the next level. I think this pillar makes a lot of sense in the context of the third pillar, which is adding a lot more character and marvel to the Minecraft Underground. Agnes said that Mojang wants people to feel inspired to go underground to build and have adventures below the surface of the Minecraft world. Here's what we know so far. First of all, there is new cave generation. It's not just stone holes anymore. It's from what Mojang calls spaghetti to Swiss cheese variations with large caverns and smaller spaces alike. There's also going to be something called a local water level. I'd love to hear more details about this, but from my understanding, this means that there are going to be water-filled caves, naturally generated waterfalls, and even terrain that allows cave rafting for boats. Sounds super fun. And Brandon, a dev who used to work on the Aether mod, says that he believes that the underground will have more variation than the overworld. Yes, you heard that right. More variation than the surface. They are even adding ore veins to the game as well. But we're going to talk a little more about that a little later. Second of all, this brings us to the next insanely exciting item, the thing that I'm personally most excited about, new cave biomes. We don't know much, but here's a summary of what we know so far. First, there's a Lush Cave biome. This biome looks beautiful, and as a builder, I cannot wait to explore this biome more. There are so many new blocks and items related to this biome. First of all, there's this azalea tree, which grows on the surface and marks where the cave is underground with its roots. This sounds like it would be really fun for anyone into the adventure aspects of the game. Once you get underground, you can see new vine types with a new type of berry called glowberries, big pink flowers on the roof called spore blossoms that rain down particles, and many more new foliage blocks. On top of that, there is a new drip leaf plant. Essentially, you can stand on it for a minute, but it'll eventually start to tilt and you will fall off. This sounds like it will be so cool for parkour map makers because you essentially have a time-based platform that resets itself. I'm so excited to see what the community does with this new plant. Along with this, there's also a brand new super cute predator. Yes, you heard that right, cute predator, the Axolotl. This is a actual real-life creature that is actually endangered, which Mojang wants to bring attention to. The best part is that when you scoop these up into a bucket, you can create an axolotl army. The most interesting part, when they take damage, they play dead to heal. Mojang also alluded that they might be able to heal you in underwater battles. Another new biome is the Dripstone Cave biome. There are stalactites and stalagmites here, which have a couple cool implications. First of all, you and mobs take damage when you hit them, and they refill, so they are a renewable water source. And then, a third biome that we don't have too many details on is what Agnes called the Deep Dark. There are a bunch of new skulk blocks which have a few cool features. First of all, they are beautiful, and as a builder, I cannot wait to get my hands on these. But for the redstone community, this has a super cool functionality. It senses vibrations. Footsteps, arrows, and more can send a redstone signal. Now, I'm not the best at redstone, but I am super excited for this, especially because Agnes mentioned that it allows for wireless redstone finally. Connected redstone is now a thing of the past, apparently. Another thing to mention is a new hostile mob called the Warden, which is literally so scary. It also senses vibrations and is extremely OP. In the video Mojang shared, it killed someone in a full netherite set with just 2 hits. And according to the Minecraft Twitter account, it can be alerted by anything from a chest opening or a thrown snowball. Another quick thing I want to mention here is that we very briefly saw what looked like black candles in the demo for this biome. These look so awesome as a light source, almost like functional land sea pickles. Again, as a builder, this is another thing I'm super excited to hear more about. And lastly, there are even some new resources. Crystals or amethyst geodes. These are really rare and they have a nice twinkling sound to go with it. They grow on a non-movable block just like a spawner. This is of course a use. You get crystal shards from the crystal plants and you can now craft a telescope in vanilla Minecraft. They also need another new resource to be crafted, copper, a new ore added to the game. Copper ore is generated in a vein with weird-looking stones in between. This adds an element of strategy to mining, where when you find a vein, you need to find a way to follow it. The awesome thing about copper, though, is that it turns green after a while, just like real-life copper does. This time-lapse looks so cool, and I cannot wait to build with it. It also adds a bit of an aged look to builds. One more feature of copper is that you can make a lightning rod with it. Finally, for people like me who like wooden roofs, we don't have to be terrified of lightning striking our amazing creations. Also, here are a few other new features that I want to mention. First, the bundle. A lot of people have trouble with inventories, hotbar management, block transportation, and more. You can use this new item to store resources for yourself or share groups of resources with other people in your realms. It can hold items of many different types. These offer an advantage over shulker boxes since you don't have to place anything down to access your resources. Second, archaeological dig sites and excavation sites. There's a new brush to clear away rubble from sites to find artifacts. This adds new lore to Minecraft and a feeling of age to the world. It adds a lot of creativity to the game. You can make your own clay pot with shards you find, which again, I'm so excited to use these in my builds. Okay, that was a lot. Now, we're also going to talk about the new mob we all voted into the game, the glow squid. As we saw in the videos Mojang released, they are mesmerizing and beautiful. Although they weren't my personal favorite, however. Isolager is just too cool. Okay, I'm still super excited to see how this will look in the deep waters of the new caves. I have faith that Mojang will hear the community members out and make sure that this mob is worthwhile, even if it doesn't feel like that to many of us now. Overall, this seems like a super fun and meaningful update. There's a lot of potential here, and there's a lot to make up for any potential shortcomings. Once again, big thanks to Mojang, and I'm so glad that we were able to have an event this year, even if it had to be online because of the pandemic. I literally cannot wait for the first snapshot. I will definitely be making more videos about this update in the future, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure to also let me know your thoughts of 1.17 so far and what you're personally excited to see. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!